So at UBC, whether you know this or not, here's what we have is we call it a 6-touch process, which means that every single person who steps foot into UBC for the very first time is entered into our 6 touches process. Now, let me explain what those are. Touch number 1 is their first visit to UBC. And hopefully in that visit, they were greeted by, talked to, welcomed by someone on the welcome team. That's touch number 1. And hopefully we get their information. Now, we get a lot of people's information, especially if they have children or students, by checking their kids or student into our check-in system. But if they don't have that, it's even more important that we get them to fill out our online connection card. If you don't know, our online connection card can just be navigated to on any smartphone, on any tablet, universitybaptistchurch.com/Sunday. It's the very first thing. And you can even pull that up on their phone or your phone for them if you want to ask them to just fill out the online connection card. But after they've been been to our church one time, the next day, Monday morning, they will get a personalized email from Pastor Casey. If they were not identified as a guest, if they were able to slip in and slip out unidentified and anonymously, then there's no way for us to do guest follow-up. So your role on the welcome team is absolutely crucial to that. Number 3, on Tuesday morning, we have a personalized card that goes out to them, and it should arrive in their mailbox by either Thursday or Friday of that week. So within that first week, we've already made contact with them 3 different ways: with them visiting, with an email, and with that card. Touch number 4 in our 6 touches process is their second visit. All right, and so we track second visits almost as importantly as first visits, because what does a second visit mean? A second visit means that they decided to come back. A first visit is, okay, great, thank you so much for being here. Second visit means they thought this was good enough to check it out for a second week. And so when we get a second visit kind of connection card, they check that off in the connection card box online, then we send them a personalized email. And that email is kind of tailor-made and specific to their needs. So if they have kids, we'll send them an email with links to all of our children's ministry stuff. If they have students, we'll send them a link to all of the programs available for their students 6th grade through 12th grade. And if they have neither, then we'll send them a growth group email, and we'll encourage them to get plugged into and check out a growth group. It's their 3rd or 4th or 5th visit, when they're kind of still in that early on process. And once we kind of see that and we see that they've been back, we can track that through the children's check-in or student check-in database, or just if we see them, we've made contact with them through initial cards and emails, and they've introduced themselves to us personally as a staff. Then we invite them to what we call a Connect Lunch. And a Connect Lunch is an opportunity for them to come and meet any of our staff. We provide lunch, and we let them ask questions. We let them ask, what is our church about? And we try to be very personal with that. Those are the 6 touches. And so your job as a welcome team member is to help us get that very first initial contact. If it's not for you, there's no way for us to do guest follow-up. Now let me tell you one last thing. The reason why guest follow-up is so important. It's not because as a church we're trying to pad our numbers. It's not because we'll feel more important if we have 600 people attending UBC as opposed to 400 people. The reason is very simply this. If someone comes to our church for the very first time and they don't have a relationship with Jesus, our church could be the entry point to their relationship with Christ. And if we don't do a good job to turn that person into hopefully a regular attender, and ultimately into someone who believes and follows Jesus and is discipled and then moves on into maybe a leadership role, if we miss that opportunity on that first day, that first entrance that they have into our church, we could miss out on them eternally. And so that's what's so important, is that people's souls literally hang in the balance. And as a welcome team member, you play an absolutely pivotal role in whether a person is going to go from first time to second time guest. So Help us out. Do what you can. Be absolutely vigilant and crazy about finding first-time guests so that we can put them into our 6 touch